Hello there! My name is Nicole and I work remote from the Dominican Republic for a company in New York. I started as a recruiter trainee and then I became a full recruiter. I have also worked with companies in the USA as sales support, customer support, and a personal assistant to a CEO. This is huge! Due to the currency exchange and lower cost of living, I am able to work remote from the DR for 75% less than in the mainland USA. We are not an offshore RPO or customer service call center. It is important to point out the differences between them and us. RPOs and call centers hire people like me as their employee to rent out to your company as remote and lower-cost staff. One example is recruiting or candidate sourcing. With this rent-a-worker scenario, there is no loyalty nor commitment to excellence on either side of the relationship. This is why most American companies that try these offshore services cancel when realizing the problems outweigh the benefits of the lower cost. Let me explain what a permanent contractor is and then compare to RPOs or call centers. In the USA, if you hire contract workers and manage them same as employees, the IRS can force you to convert contractors to full-time employees. Then comes the penalties and retroactive pay, taxes, benefits, time off, and more. These IRS rules only apply to American citizens, not to people like me in the DR. I can be hired through an HR company in the Dominican Republic and set up to work for you same as if I am a normal long-term employee, yet on paper I am a permanent contractor. The permanent contractor plan could be candidate sourcing, full recruiting, sales support, customer support, or whatever you want that can be done over phone or online. They recruit 3 people like me here in the DR for you to interview over Zoom or Teams. In this example, you selected me. Our Dominican HR company hires me on your behalf, and so I am legally paid in the DR. The plan is for you and I to think of each other as employer and employee, not as if I was rented to you by any RPO or call center. I could work for the next 10 years for you and build a career where you are the boss. You are in control over my job description and how I am trained and managed, same as if you found and hired me directly. Although you are the boss, we do have a Dominican team leader who helps you manage your Dominican staff. This visual will help you see how the dots connect. Your company, our USA corporation, our Dominican HR corporation, me in the DR set up to work for you. Although I fit in and work for you same as a normal employee, you do not incur any of these costs. No payroll tax, no cost for health or other types of insurance, no legal employment risk, no cost for payroll, no cost for computers or internet, none of the overhead costs that exist with normal employees. The cost for a person like me in the DR who is college-educated, bilingual English and Spanish and has good job experience can be 75% less than in the mainland USA. And turnover can be much lower with USA-based employees. You and I could use Zoom or Teams to see each other and communicate same as if I am sitting right next to you. And we can use screen sharing so you can show me your specific training and work instructions. Here are a few benefits of the permanent contractor plan. Because you and I think of each other as employer and employee, and we are on the same team, our attitudes toward each other and our commitment to success is strong. This does not exist in the rent-a-recruiter RPO or call center scenario. Although there is no long-term contract, we have people here in the DR who have been working with the same American companies for the past 8 years, and there are no plans to stop. The executives with our client companies often fly down to the Dominican Republic to visit their Dominican staff. These company leaders and their Dominican staff truly think of each other as teammates, while we fit in the middle as the legal HR and payroll provider, which is the shortcut that makes all of this happen. You're probably wanting to know about recruiter training. Many companies in the USA have hired expensive recruiters who did not turn out to be so good and became disappointments. This is why so many companies prefer to hire junior recruiters who have some experience and train them up the rest of the way. Training your own recruiting staff is really the only way to have control over success versus failure of recruiting at your company. Our plan is to provide recruiter training that can set up a person like me to be equal to having 1 year experience in staffing firms or corporate recruiting. I would be your recruiter or candidate source and trainee. Our recruiter training consists of 40 videos and teaches all about using LinkedIn, job boards, resume search, direct hire versus temporary, and is a very good overall recruiter training program. The correct perception is for you to think of our training as a college semester recruiter training course. The purpose of this training is to give me a solid foundation for your recruiting leader to take over and train me up the rest of the way to work and recruit your way. To be honest, this training is more than any staffing firm or corporation teaches recruiter trainees over their first year. As you can see on this map, we are only 2 hours flight from Miami, which is in the same time zone as Eastern USA. The Dominican Republic is here in America's backyard, and many of us are American Dominicans. And thanks to the favorable currency exchange rates and lower cost of living, we can work from the DR at 75% less cost than in the mainland USA. If you want more information, we would be happy to set up a call to provide answers. We can also set you up with references at our client companies and Zoom calls for you to talk to some of the people here in the DR who work as remote staff with companies up in the USA. We appreciate your watching our video and wish you an amazing day.